want to start. Okay, I think that we should be live any second now.
A little bit of a delay. Yep, you heard the notification.
About a 7-second delay. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to OverDose Vapes. We got Zach Johnson. Zach Johnson's been in here for about an hour waiting, so good to see you, Zach. Kenny B, my boy, Kenny B. How you doing, buddy? Hope everything's okay. Keith Black, Owen Ginter, Vaping Swag. What's up, everybody? As you can see, we have a couple people that are new to the show. Well, KBN's been on there for a short visit one time, but then we had to cancel the show because of technical problems. But we got KBN Productions and we got Tyler Weaver, better known as 80_V_coils on Instagram. So, yeah, welcome. I'm muted. I'm not muted, am I?
I hope they can hear me.
Muted. Who's muted? All of us?
We're all muted.
Are we?
Muted. I really hope not, because I don't know how to fix that.
I don't know. I have the live stream paused so this way it doesn't lag my stuff.
Okay, let me check it real quick. Did we check the live stream to see if we're doing audio at all?
Oh, they hear us.
Okay.
It's not muted.
Okay. They hear us. Go, thanks, Kenny. Yeah, Kenny was just fucking with us. Come on, man. Freaking me out here, dude. So Nikki B was gracious enough to let us use her Zoom room. She can't join us. She's having some health issues, so our thoughts are with her tonight, and yeah, hope she feels better. But all right. And Tyler is also 80 All Day Vape on YouTube. I didn't mean
sir.
I didn't mean to take that away from you. So there you go.
That's all good.
So what's everybody doing? What's everybody vaping on? What are you vaping on, Tyler?
I got the Smo-Ant Sharon with the emergency vape stash.
Oh, that shit is real.
I know. I got the Vuku Drag.
Vanilla custard from Emergency Vape Stash.
I also got the emergency vape stash strawberry vanilla custard.
Oh, you gotta rip in my face. I want that so bad. Oh my god.
It's good, man.
I bet.
If you go to budgetvapor.com, I found those bottles for $15 a piece, bro.
Yeah, I mean, even from their site, they're not super expensive. They're pretty cheap.
No.
Yeah.
I'm also rocking Your Juice, the White Girl.
Excellent.
On the TBL Colt 45.
Nice choice.
And Dewberry Cream by Kilo on the broadside with twist messes.
Old school Dewberry Cream, man. That's the
I love that shit.
Is that one of your first flavors that you like fell in love with when you started vaping?
No, it was pretty close. Pretty close. Wasn't the first, but
what was the first flavor that you like? You vaped it and you thought, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna vape instead of smoking.
It was a juice called AK-12. It was from a Seattle company called Weaponized. It was a banana peanut butter e-juice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I've been asking everybody because I just want there to be this record of people saying, this is why flavors are super important. Because everyone I talk to, it's not like they go, well, it didn't matter to me what flavors I was vaping. I was just vaping, and that's always flavors that are like tied to their experience. For me, it was Suicide Bunny and it was Mother's Milk. Was like I had been vaping, but I was still smoking. But once I had that and I tried it, it was so much more than everything else I'd ever vaped. I was vaping Mount Baker Vapor. Also, it used to be a Washington company, not anymore. But
I still have there's a branch here still.
Is there? Yeah, I remember when some laws had happened, some tax law or some shit, and they had moved a lot of their facilities to a different state, Nevada, Arizona, or some shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of love for Mount Baker. They kind of gave us our start with reviewing. But I mean, that's what I was vaping, and then to have something like Suicide Bunny was like a whole nother level and shit. So that's kind of like, there's always a flavor that everybody.
Yep.
All right, KBN, what are you vaping, buddy?
I am vaping on my custom box mod.
That's awesome.
Has my picture on it, my name.
It sure does. That's awesome.
And then one of my post coil builds on there. Well, not my build, but you know, just this Fuse Clapton on there.
Who made that box mod for you?
JD Mods. This is a 3S LiPo DNA 250.
Okay, that's nice.
And they're pretty decently priced. You can pick up a custom box mod like this for like around $250. And they're out of New Jersey. And like the flavors I vape on, you know, I'm always rocking that Fat Panda. This one here is Dat Passion. It's a passion fruit mojito. Really good flavor.
I've never had a good, what I would say is a really, really good mixed drink flavor.
Yeah.
So I'd like to try that. Maybe I'll try that sometime.
I don't think I've ever tried a mixed drink juice.
Yeah,
oh man!
Everybody missed the sale they had going on. From the 25th to the 1st, they had a 50% off sale because they just revamped their website. Now they're carrying 2 other lines and a bunch of mods, and they went just from straight juice to now they're carrying mods and everything. So that's good. And then I've been vaping on like the 18th Amendment line from Mayhem Vapor.
Mayhem, that's what's up.
Yeah. They have a really good root beer one.
Huh. It's another thing. Mixed drinks and sodas are not very, for the most part, are not really well represented in my mind.
Well, it's like this one here.
Fucking motorcycles going down the street.
This one's a White Russian, and it tastes just like a White Russian.
Oh, I bet you that's freaking good, man.
I love White Russians. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
The dude.
That would be something that I can imagine being good because it's a creamy flavor.
Yep.
I remember there's one company, a flavoring company, that just came out with a vodka flavor that was pretty well regarded. People were saying it was really good. So I mean, it's possible. You never know. I just haven't. I had like a whole line of mixed drink flavors. Me and Maria had it from the UK. They were fucking terrible. Remember those?
What?
The mixed drink flavors, the whole line. Ugh. Gross.
I had a line from London, even though samples were like 5 ml samples.
Yeah, they were small.
They were pretty decent.
I wonder if it's the same line. It probably is. I did not care for them. I did not. They had 2 lines. They had a pudding line and they had a line of mixed drinks. The pudding line was fire, all of them fire. And then the mixed drink line was just awful.
What's your worst flavor you ever had in your whole history of vaping?
Super easy. It's black cherry from Mount Baker Vapor. I've talked about it 100 times. Yeah. Or a close second. It would be their cheesecake. I don't know if they have a new cheesecake, but back in 2014, we had gotten a black cherry and a cheesecake from Mount Baker Vapor for review, and they were both just terrible. The black cherry, the review is still on my channel. You can go watch it. It's hilarious because we had no idea what we were getting into, and it was just awful, totally awful. And then the cheesecake tasted like Parmesan, 100% like Parmesan. They could have called it a Parmesan flavor. It was Parmesan. So it was crazy bad. And yeah, we kind of stopped. We were at the bottom. We had done so many Mount Baker reviews at that point that we were kind of just like plumbing the depths of what they had left to review. And after that, I'm like, we should probably like ask a different company to send us e-liquid for review. Black cherry, God, that was the worst, man. And still, black cherry is a tough flavor to do. So
the worst one I had was Marlowe.
What's that?
To me, it tastes like someone took all the leftover beers, wine, liquor, everything, and put it in one bucket. That's pretty much what it tastes like. It was horrible.
Yikes.
It was sent from a friend out in California, one of the groups I was in. And he's like, I want you to do this on camera in front of the group. And I want to see your reaction to it. I'm like, okay. And you can probably find the actual wine Marlowe. It might actually.
Oh, Merlot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what the flavor was called, but it tastes horrible.
I could see Merlot being good because it's like a dessert wine. But you would have to really like that flavor to begin with. And oh my God, kitty milk from Dr. Cremi is also a terrible flavor.
Yeah,
oh my God, that's a fucking terrible.
I made the mistake of getting that shit once too.
Ugh. All of, you know what? I have to be honest. Most of Dr. Creamy's stuff is pretty terrible. He used to have a pretty big following. But you know, to also remember, back in the day of things like Mount Baker Vapor, Dr. Creamy, White Label Juice Co., when those were really popular companies, we had very few companies at all. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
There just wasn't a lot available. And so when you found something you could stand from all that stuff in amongst all the garbage, you would latch onto it. I would say Mount Baker Vapor, they have a flavor. All their guar flavors are pretty good. And they have a flavor. It's a French toast flavor. And I, to this day, still stand behind. I'd say it's probably one of the best French toast flavors I've ever had. It's so fucking good and accurate. It's really, really good. So, but it's also bad. And remember, the Dr. Creamy drama. I remember all that. Oh my God.
Too. That was right around the same time I was ordering from him, actually.
Yep.
Now, the thing about drama is it can either help the business or it can hurt the business.
It definitely hurt him. I mean, I remember it hurting him early. So we have some more people in chat. Let me go up here, and I don't want to forget anybody. So we have Keith Black, Import Man 707, Smoke 42 Vape. Boop, 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 boop.
Scott just joined in.
I saw more people. Chevy Man, Mitch Green, Black Cat White Face. What's going on, brother? Oh, that
Mitch Green.
And yeah, what's fun? Black Cat, he's the man. I say it every time he comes on the chat, but his channel is like my spirit animal. So I love going on there and just relaxing, watching a little bit.
Because I don't want to mess up your thing.
Go ahead. Juan Castillo, what's up, brother? We're gonna get Juan to come on this show one of these days too.
Yeah, he needs to get on.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it tonight. Been talking a little bit about it to Paul Hessian, who's a regular cast member here. We're gonna try to do some more things with the channel, and I think instead of doing like just an open showcase, which a lot of people seem to have lost interest in, for coils, I mean, what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna like focus in on like one coil builder per week, and kind
of like how Black Cat does.
Sort of, but like I'm gonna do like a dive into the history of that coil builder and try to get them on if possible, because in all reality, I have a lot of the history of all you guys already. Like I have coils from you guys going back a couple of years, and so I mean you can straight see the evolution of a lot of you guys from 2015, 2016 to now. Building, I mean, even 1 year, 2017 to now, it's crazy. You know, it's like I was showing ADV. I mean, talk regularly, and I was sending him a couple pictures that I had found in some folders that I had of some of his early pictures that he sent in, and it's like crazy. You know what I mean? To see how far you've come in that short amount of time. So like part of what I want to do is kind of like look at old pictures, look at new pictures, and just kind of maybe do an interview with everybody.
Yeah, so, I think that's a good idea, man.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think it would give people a little bit more, because it's easy to look at these pictures on Instagram and kind of take the person out of it.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot to be said about putting the person back into that art form. So.
Yep.
Giancarlo's here. Ashley Brown's here. What's going on, everybody? It's so good to have you guys. John Mueller, what's up, buddy? John's been here forever. Oh man, all the family's here. So I have been vaping. I want to say, first I wanted to ask you, ADV, what coils do you have in your mods right now? I usually ask everybody what juice they've been vaping, but what coils have you been vaping?
In my TVL, I got a set of interlocked aliens, 4-rat.
That's what's up.
She's pretty angry.
Get it hot, baby.
Yeah. Let's see. In this one, I got quad core 28 gauge aliens. This one, I got triple 26 all stainless steel aliens, and then this one, I just got some N9 in the mail, so I built a set of quad core 28 gauge and 90 aliens.
Oh, that N90's rough. It's
Yeah.
rowdy, but it's rough.
It's pretty rough.
It's so soft.
Yeah, it is really soft. And I was going to get 26 gauge, which is what I should have done, but I went with 28, and it's so soft.
It's super soft, yeah.
Yeah.
28 gauge Nichrome 90 is like 30 gauge Nichrome
Yeah.
80. You know what I mean? It's so much softer than Nichrome 80. It's crazy. I expected a similar experience, and I was really not prepared for what I got. I have it now. I'm using Nichrome 90 as wrap wire, which I think is perfect for wrap wire. Like I have like 32 gauge, I think, and 30.
Oh, okay.
And I'm using it to wrap Claptons and stuff, and I think it's great for that because it's very forgiving. But for core wires, I would have to like go a step up from what I normally would use for core wires. And for me, I usually use 24 gauge for core wires. So what am I going to use like 22 gauge?
Yeah.
I have done. Don't get me wrong. I have done triple core 22 gauge Claptons many times.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
They are angry little guys. Not little at all, actually. Wood Tick Mike, what's up, buddy? Yeah. So that's good. So a lot of aliens. That's a really common thing with coil builders. It seems to be aliens is like the go-to build. So
it's just my favorite thing to vape on.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
I'm a basic builder.
Right now, what I'm using in my, I have the Temple here on this Gladiator from UD. I just have a set of 22 gauge Nichrome 80 parallel coils. I just wanted something quick in there, and so something quick and rowdy, and it's like 0.05. It's really low. It's really, really low.
Did you end up getting a brand new 26-650 for that?
It's brand new. I didn't have to buy it though. I actually just asked a friend of mine. I know he also, an avid vapor. And so I just out of the blue, I was talking to him anyways. I'm like, hey man, you got any 26-650 batteries? And he's like, I do have one. I never used it. And so
nice.
went and picked it up. And yeah, it's fucking awesome. I got it the same day I got the mods. I hit him up and he had it. It was fucking like meant to be.
Sure, that worked out.
Yeah, it's this one. It's I'm not a huge E-Fest guy, but it's the E-Fest, the green one.
Yeah.
Kicks out the jams, man. I have no complaints about it. I tell you what, I was really surprised because these are all 4.2 volt, 3.7 nominal volt batteries.
Yeah.
But there's something about this battery and this setup. It hits like it's got more volts. It's really strong. It's and I've had the same experience with some 18650s. Some of them just seem a little bit stronger than other ones. I know that it's not really, but some of them are. They have that feeling, and so it's just more consistent. And this is a really, really nice experience. I'm kind of falling in love with 26650. I didn't realize I've never had one before. I'm an avid collector, but I've always been 22 mil kind of guy. And so when this was a thing, when 26650 mechs were really popular, I just didn't jump on board. But now I want to make up for lost time. I already told Panda, I said, I got to get a stack one now because they make these stacks.
Oh yeah, dude, they're fucking huge.
They're fucking like a mag light, and so I want to get a stack. I'm kind of all over the place with these things now. I love it. I was gonna put the Temple on as a joke because I'm like, oh, what do I have that'll figure? Oh, the Temple. I'm thinking it's gonna overhang and shit. Temple fits on there fucking perfectly. So.
Oh yeah.
It's even a good match. So.
Yeah, it looks like it was meant to be on there.
Totally. And so I've been really happy with this. And if anybody doesn't know, the Temple has great flavor. This is a really nice Addy for how big it is. Surprising. I like this better than I like the Mason. To me, the Mason's I'm not really caring for it, but this is good. I like this a lot. So vaping that, I'm vaping, and I have Killer Custard with the old label on there. Anybody who remembers the fucking old label for Killer Custard?
Oh yeah.
Look at this. Got the stickers.
I have a bunch of the stickers. I don't have the heart to put them on anything because I know that they're not going to be made anymore. So.
And also like this one here too.
Yeah, I love those stickers. Yeah. We have posters. We have big page of posters on the wall. This last time, they just sent me a bunch of Nick Salt e-liquids, and they sent us a flag, a big page of flag. Super nice. We got to put it up somewhere. Oh, and a vape mat too. I've got it on my. I'm using it as a mouse pad. It's like kind of a small vape mat.
Still has the old pictures.
Yeah, it has the old pictures on it. So I'm using. I got the the mesh RDA from Vandy Vape. I have a stove top fused Clapton in there. It's so
Damn,
nice.
that thing shoots the vapor like straight into your mouth.
Straight out of the fucking the donut, man. This is such a killer build.
Is there a certain way you got to wick those things?
You just tuck it underneath.
Oh,
you want to
okay.
make it. Oh, where is it? You want to make it tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I kind of like have the build pretty low to the deck, and I just pull like a piece of cotton underneath it, and then you just tuck it from both sides, kind of like you would the mesh to begin with. Like the mesh, you just tuck it all underneath there.
Yeah.
Tuck it wick it very similarly. And this thing, I can vape it and vape it and vape it until it's literally white, till it sucks every fucking drop of juice out of there. Because fused Claptons do that a lot, and just this deck is really conducive to that. All the liquid kind of goes to one area. Works great. Rocking. What am I rocking in there? Oh, that's cereal.
Is he showing you?
And then I got I'm rocking the Aspire Skystar Revo in voltage mode, 8 volts. And I have these are those 6-core aliens he sent me.
Oh yeah, what are those ohm out to?
0.18.
Holy shit.
So I was actually using them on a stack mod, but then I felt like it's pretty low to be using on a stack mod. And so I put it on here with 8 volts. And so getting the same experience with a little bit more safety.
Yeah, I thought that'd be lower than that.
So did I. No, I didn't even unwrap them. It's like I had 5 wraps. And I'm like, well, with 6 cores, I'll leave it the way it is.
But it was 30 gauge, so.
Yeah. But like I said, on a stack or on this, it's been really, really. I love multi-core aliens, like high core count. I'm all about it. So loving that. On here, I just have a pair of 20 gauge Nichrome 80 microcoils vertically. It is on the, what is this called? Oh my God. The 454 Big Block Authentic with a drip tip from what the fuck is this? Dot Mod. I'm on the V2 rig. It's like a joke every fucking week. I go through this fucking process of trying to remember. I have the USB 1 mech mod here from Trinity Glass Hardware with the Panther RDA from EH Pro. That's a really good, really, really good budget RDA. It's fucking amazing. I'm rocking, what am I going to, that's where I got the mango milk in there. I have the quick shake in the V2 rig. I have, that's what's up. I love Lightning Vapes so much. That's my only wire I ever buy. And I have the Troll V2 on the stack Able with some, it's in the Consequence bottle, but this is actually Twink from, what's the name of that company? I don't remember.
It's Frupa.
Frupa. It's a company from Florida.
They're Instagram based.
Yeah, IG based company. And then I have a bunch of Nick Salt stuff. I have my Innikin Easy Watt. This thing does 30 watts. It's amazing to me. This little tiny mod.
Yeah.
30 watts. I just can't even imagine. My first mod that I had that was regulated was 11 watts, and it was like as big as 2 of these things. It was the I forget, MVP, the original MVP.
Oh yeah.
Watts, and it was like this times 2. It was huge. So to me, the fact that this does 30 watts blows my fucking mind. And I have it in I'm rocking about 14 watts with the Endura T20 tank. Oh shit. Knew that was gonna happen. Okay. And then I have the Q-Box all-in-one from Joytech. This is a great, who was asking? Shane was asking about a good intermediary, not direct to lung, not mouth to lung, kind of mod for Salt Nick. And this is a great, has a built-in tank, takes rebuildable coils, not rebuildable coils, pre-built coils, but it has a great experience. You can adjust the airflow. It's a great, if you're like not into mouth to lung, but you still want to experience Nick salts, like high milligram Nick salts, it's all about this. Honestly.
What's it called again?
It's called the Q-Box All-in-One, AIO.
Okay.
It's a great little thing, man. I fucking love it. Yeah, built-in battery. It's got like 2,000 milliamp hour. I can rock this thing. I've only charged it once. I've had it for a month. So.
Really?
I use it every day. It's not my go-to only thing I ever use, but I use it every day. So yeah. It's a worker. I think that's it. Oh no, I have my good old Sworn Vagon. This is my favorite pod that I've ever had. This thing's really, really great. And I have Blue Magic from the Basics Salt Nick line. And that is all I brought to the table tonight because I wanted to keep it simple, but it still wasn't simple. So, JFN's in the house. What's going on, brother? Yeah. Okay. So, and then some coils that I'm rocking. I do have, so besides the 6-core aliens, I also have the 3 cores that you sent in the Panther. And I gave the interlockings to Panda, and she has them in something. I can't remember what though. But yeah, we love it. Whenever you send coils, it's like Christmas, man. We always get excited about it. So
yeah, those ones I sent out on Friday, those interlocking for aliens, dude, they're beefy.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really, really looking forward to it. When I saw the Instagram, because I didn't see the message you sent, but I saw the Instagram post first, and I was like, "Oh shit, here we go."
So they're 4 wraps, so they should work perfectly for you. They're just going to be too low for me.
I do not ever check my ohms until like Maria scares me. She goes, "You really should check those ohms," or I put them on a regulated mod, and they never work.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a joke to me. Anytime I put any build that I ever make on any regulated mod, they're always like, "Nope,
shorted."
So, just a little bit of battery safety discussion. I know I talk a lot about super low builds, and I always am posting crazy shit. But so there's the dangers involved with that, and I totally get that, and Maria totally gets that. We accept that responsibility, but that does not mean that everybody needs to vape like that. Like 0.16, 0.18. 6-core aliens, these are really great, and they're totally satisfactory. But if you're gonna vape like I vape, there's some things you can do to mitigate your chance of hurting yourself. And one of those things is to really cycle your batteries way more than you would if you're vaping normally. Like we need to be changing our batteries probably every couple months, and that's just the reality. Is that I know the batteries have more life than that, but a brand new, it's 3 months old. It was a Sony VTC4. I came out the other morning and I had it sitting next to the charger. I had charged it and I just kind of sat it next to the charger. And it had some foam on top. And I thought there was just something had dropped on it. So I wiped the foam off, go to the bathroom. It's before work. Come back out. There's foam on it again. And I just thought, oh shit, my battery's literally throwing up. It's throwing up. So I wipe it off and I look inside. And sure enough, it's starting to foam. It's like percolating this little bit of foam out the top. And so, and 100%, I know that that's from me pushing the batteries too hard.
Yep.
And my batteries, like when you unwrap them to rewrap them, there's always a little bit of fluid, not e-liquid, but acid. The battery cheats itself. And so, you got to be really careful. We definitely have to cycle our batteries way more often than normal. And you also have to understand that you're taking that chance when you're running super low builds.
Yep.
There's the chance you're going to hurt yourself, So
yep.
Another good way to mitigate that is to get a dual battery parallel box mod. If you want to experience that's mechanical and you want to use really low on builds, get a parallel box mod with at least 2 batteries. And that will cut your amp draw from the batteries.
Yeah. Like the one that I sent you that Panda's using.
Absolutely. That's one of the big reasons why I wanted her to use that. It was exactly so that when I go to work, I know that she's safe here and that she's not. Because if I'm not here and something happens, I don't even know, what the fuck's going to happen. So. But with that battery, it's taking the amp in parallel. The way it works is that it halves the amp draw you're taking from the batteries. It splits it between the 2 batteries. And of course, in a series, it would not do that. It just takes full amp load from both batteries. That's why you get the 8 volts. Okay, man, what's going on with Hesh? Kind of expected him back at this point. What's going on, brother? Where you at, brother? Hey, brother. I always if you never met me and talked to me, you probably would think I'm Hulk Hogan because on all my messages that I send to people, I say brother a lot.
Brother.
Hey, brother. Hey, brother. So, yeah, I'm not Hulk Hogan. I know it's hard. I bet I look a lot like him, but John Carlos said he's given up on tanks to take pre-built coils. I'm with that 100%, except in the one case of high milligram salt nick, because I just don't have a. I know they make them, but I don't have an RTA, like a mouth-filling RTA. As soon as I get one, I probably won't use any of these tanks anymore. But until then, yep. And Kenny B, he agreed also. He burns up batteries like crazy. Change out batteries a bunch. Better safe than sorry. 100%. Batteries are not cheap, but they're also not super expensive, and they're also not worth hurting yourself over. So
yeah.
What kind of batteries?
To cycle out some of mine.
What kind of batteries do you rock, my friend?
BTC 5As.
Good batteries. Good batteries.
And in my regulated mods, I'll rock the LG Brownies.
Also, in my opinion, also really good batteries. I like those a lot. My original batteries I had were LG HE4s or HE2s. Probably HE2s. This was a long time ago. Well, my original batteries, I first one I ever bought were the purple EFS.
Yeah, me too.
And had those for about a year, and they just it didn't give a good experience. And so that's when I switched over to the LGs. Loved the HE2s for a long time. That's what I rocked. It was my favorite. The red ones. I used those for, and you know what? Honestly, when we just did a bunch of rewrapping, I actually found that I still had one that I had bought in 2014.
Nice.
I was still using it. So scared the shit out of me because I was using it in mech mods and shit. And I was just
shit.
How did you end up in this pile, you crazy bastard?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't use, obviously I got rid of those, but I like the Sonys. I've always been kind of like, I'm not super into the Sonys, but they are good batteries. They're safer. I like the what the hell is it? 25Rs, the Samsung 25Rs.
Yep.
They have a really good direct power draw. I like the way they hit. I like those a lot. And then they also just came out with the new 30Ss. Who makes that? Samsung, I think.
Samsung, yeah.
Yeah, and I want that. That's my next battery we're gonna buy.
That's gonna be the next batteries I buy too. I actually just a guy on Instagram. I got this the new Twisted Messes 24 Pro, and he's like, I need 2 new batteries. If you want to get me batteries, I'll trade you the RDA for the batteries. So I was like, hell yeah! I paid $15 for 2 batteries and got a $60 atomizer.
Nice.
But those were the batteries that I bought for him, and we were talking for a while on the batteries, and I think those are going to be the next 2 that I get because they sound legit.
You can buy a 4-pack of them or an 8-pack of them at Lightning Vapes for a really good competitive price. The more you buy from them, like the higher count per pack you buy, the better deal you get. So if you buy you get them for a cheaper price than if you bought 2 packs or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And also at Lightning Vapes, last time I was there, probably isn't the same now, but last time I was there, they were doing buy one, get one on the 25Rs. So you could buy an 8-pack for about $25, I think, and you could get 16 batteries. So it was a really good deal.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They have
shit.
I usually will not buy batteries outside of like a dedicated battery wholesaler, but I trust Lightning Vapes a lot. Lightning Vapes has been a really big part of my vape experience, so I'll buy batteries from them. And Black Cat says he's only buying 21700 mechs from now on. Yeah, I like 21700s. I like 2700s. I like all those. But I'm an 18650 guy. I'm probably gonna keep
I think I've got one mod that takes one mech mod that takes a 2700, and that's that WizMech mech mod.
Oh yeah.
Comes with the Guillotine RDA or whatever. I don't use it. It hits all right. It's just not the best.
I did a review of it, and my thoughts on it were that it's not made out of great materials. It doesn't hit.
Yeah.
It's got pretty steep battery sag.
Yeah.
But for the price,
it's
a good value proposition.
Yeah, I think I paid $27 for it.
We bought them brand new. I mean, day one, me and Pan had bought 2 of them, and I think we paid I bought the same. It was about $25 a piece.
Yeah.
To get an RDA, the RDA is just also just like the mod, is a little bit junky. But you can throw some pretty crazy builds in that fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I use it for taking pics a lot because it kind of gets out of the way and it has giant slots for putting coils into. So, all right. So another thing is, as a collector, I don't ever get rid of shit. Vaping stuff, other stuff I don't really care about, but for some reason, vaping stuff I really hold on to. And so the other day, I decided to clean out all my RDAs and RTAs, and it took me 2 days. I wasn't doing it nonstop, but I would do it for like an hour, then I would go and do something else. And for over 2 days, over the weekend, I cleaned everything out, and I counted. I have 37 tanks of, whether they be RTAs. I counted RDTAs also as tanks, and then sub-ohm tanks. So I have 37 of those. I have like 40 something RDAs.
Damn, bro.
I have like 20 mech mods. I've got quite a few regulated mods because they just keep sending them to me for review. Very few of them I actually like. I really like this Aspire Skystar. This thing's nice. It's good feel to it. It's got that front-facing button, which I like. But yeah, so I'm a hoarder when it comes to vape stuff. Yeah. I've been trying to like kind of cycle some of the stuff out and give to people who need it. So
you still have the Oceanus by Anakin?
No, I wish I did. I actually gave that to somebody who was desperate for a vape because it's such a.
I remember your review on that thing. You really liked it on your review.
Fucking amazing. Anakin really, in the last year and a half, 2 years, they have made such dramatic change for the better in the quality of their materials they're putting out. Man, they really kick out the jams now. Of course, now they don't want to do anything with me. Actually, I had a contact in the company, this guy from the United States, who was kind of a friend. Over time we kind of became friends, and they were sending out a lot of stuff for review. And then all of a sudden, I just never heard from him. It turns out he doesn't work for the company anymore, so I had to like try to reestablish contact with them.
Shit.
They're like, "No way, your channel's tiny. I'm not giving you nothing." It's on who you know.
Yeah.
So your lady is saying you guys vape hoard as well, huh?
Who's that? My lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. I recently gave away actually quite a bit of my stuff. I gave some stuff to you, and then another buddy of mine on Instagram. I gave a couple things away. So I don't have as much as I used to, but yeah, I'm kind of like you. I like to hold on to my things.
Me too. And for a big part of what I want to. I wish I would have had the stuff that I started with, honestly. And there's some stuff that I've given away that I wish I would have kept, like that Oceanus. I wish I would have kept that. That was a 2700 box, or not box mod, but it was a regulated mod. It was the first one I had. And there's like a lot of history you get with this stuff, a vaping experience. Like this 454 Big Block, somebody had posted in chat when I talked about using this. This is from 2012.
Holy shit.
I had only been vaping for a year when this came out. I remember when it came out because I remember Rip Trippers did a review of it, and I thought, ooh, that looks nice. It's not. It's such a pain in the ass to build on, but it's really it's fucking thick. It's a thick bitch. But I do give away a lot of stuff locally to people who want to quit smoking. I've always done that. Anytime I get shit like regulated mods for review, kits that are like tanks with mods, I always end up giving them away because I'm not going to use them. I feel bad when people are like, I want to quit smoking, but I don't have anything. Until recently, because I tell you what, out of the last 5 people that I have given stuff to quit, everything they would need, including tanks, coils, a mod, juice, like literally a week after that, they'll come to me and be like, oh, I lost that, or oh, somebody stole it. Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah. If you really cared about it, that wouldn't happen. And so I'm kind of at a point now where unless I know you, I know that you're either really serious about it, are responsible, or already vape and just have a run of bad luck, I'm not going to help people out.
Yeah.
I will help people with my knowledge of vaping, but like just to give people stuff, I don't know. I felt a little burnt on the last few times I've given stuff away. So
yeah.
Ooh, the IPV. and the original e-lip iStick 100 watt. Those, you know what? I still think that iSticks are good value propositions if you can get them.
That was my first box mod, yeah.
Nice.
The iStick 50 watt.
I got rid of my King. The King mod, you remember that one?
I don't remember that, no.
It had the lion on the tube mod.
Oh shit, yeah. I remember that. Kenny B had a fucking authentic screwdriver. That was his first mod. He still has his first mech mod. That's fucking old school. You're going way back now. Screwdriver was 2009. Really fucking old. If you want to see how far we've come, I say this all the time, but it's so true. Go back and watch Grim Green's channel. Go to his videos and go to oldest first, and start watching. He started doing videos in 2009. Start watching those videos, man. You're gonna see an evolution that's just insanity. Total.
I watched a couple of his old videos. It's pretty crazy.
So crazy, man.
Yeah, it's just like whenever someone comes up to me and says, you know, you've been doing YouTube for a while. What are some tips and stuff? It's like, you know, I started with a cell phone. I started my channel with a Galaxy S3. You know, and I told him, you know, today's cell phones are almost just as good as DSLR cameras. You could just prop the phone in front and start recording. Because like I got the LG V20, right? And it has a 3-point microphone. So the sound comes in crisp. And it records in hi-fi audio. So, I mean, just the phone itself, you don't really need a DSLR camera like I use.
You know what? I tell people all the time, people ask about YouTube, just be into it. Be passionate about it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. The materials you have, honestly, that will all come if you stick with it and you really want to fucking do it. That will come with time. But just having a passion about it and sticking with it, that's what's important. You know, do it because you want to do it, not because you think you're going to be a popular YouTuber, because that shit don't happen very often. So when did everybody start vaping? Kenny B brought it up because he said he started vaping Thanksgiving 2010. I started vaping Thanksgiving 2011 was when I stopped smoking. That's no more cigarettes. That's when I was done. But I had started vaping the first time was in 2009 with like one of those e-cigs, like Cigalikes.
Same here. I tried one and then it didn't work. I went back to smoking because it had that little heating element that was a triangle and you punctured it into a wax.
Yep. It was just awful. It was an awful experience. The flavor was tobacco. It was just terrible. And so I just didn't stick with it. But then 2011, my buddy Josh, who used to do the channel with me, he had gotten Ego Twist. And this is when the Ego Twist, it was like the Ego pen, but it had the voltage, like a voltage potentiometer on.
Yeah. That was actually my first device, was a Aspire, but it was the pen style, had adjustable voltage on the bottom of it.
That was a really big quality of life improvement, was getting that voltage, the potentiometer on there.
Yeah.
Because it gave you like a good vape. It felt like you got a lung full, you know. Yeah. I started with 12 milligram e-liquid, and I've told the story a couple times, but like the very first vape I bought was I had bought he had gotten that whatever you call it, the Ego Twist. And he was super happy with it. And so I was like, well, I'm going to buy something like that. So I went online. I knew nothing about vaping, absolutely nothing. I didn't watch YouTube, didn't do any of that shit, right? I just went on, I'm going to figure this out on my own. Went on to this Chinese website, and it was like, we have these vape pens, and they looked like Egos on the page, right? And I'm like, well, shit, they're selling 2 of these, 2 pens plus the tanks. Plus, you could pick out 4 e-liquid flavors. I picked out grape. This is how stupid I was. Grape, clove, tobacco. It was just straight up labeled tobacco, and I think cherry. Like if you think about now, those are like the quadfecta of terrible flavor ideas.
Yeah.
And they were all in 36. No. Yeah, it was 36 milligram nicotine. And so I got the package, super happy, but I spent like $100 on this. Got the package in. The pins were like this big. They were tiny. They were so tiny. And they didn't have the potentiometers on them. And the tanks were super tiny. It was like this little miniature version. And the e-liquid was fucking next level terrible. And if I'm honest, to answer your question, Kavian, That was probably the worst e-liquid I ever had. Because it was just unvapable. And they came in these white plastic tubes that were unlabeled, except for it had like a little tag hanging off it to tell the flavor. Didn't tell the milligram of the nicotine, any of that shit. And you had to like tear off the top. It was like a medication vial or something. You had to tear the top off and kind of pour it on. Just the worst, absolute worst. The first I tried was clove. It was fucking awful. And but then after that, Josh felt really bad for me, so he gave me his spare camouflage Ego Twist.
Well,
and from there, I was sold.
The gas station, Seahawks.
Yeah, my official quit date was April 14th, 2013.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah, what is it? The week prior, my brother contacted me from California and said, you know, I know you've been smoking all these years, but you should give vaping a try. And there's a place called Pink Spot Vapors right near where you live.
Pink Spot, yeah, I'm very familiar with Pink Spot.
And I was like, okay, so I go to Pink Spot and I go to the guy and I'm like, I want to try to quit smoking. What would you recommend? And they recommended their Cigalite type kit, and it came with 2 batteries, and these were 400 milliamp hour batteries, and it came with like 2 or 3 cartomizers, like the ones you screw in the back. Now the cool thing about that one was it had this white tip, so you pop off the tip, you take the liquid, and you fill.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember cartomizers. Yeah, but so yeah,
that's what got me started, because I said I have 6 packs left. That's good enough for a week. I'm gonna smoke all the rest of the packs and then go straight vaping after that. And then on that day, April 14th, 2013, boom, straight vaping from there.
That's what's up.
But I quit with because Pink Spot, they had straight up drink flavors, you know, like alcoholic flavors and candy and desserts and all that. And I was just variety mixing, you know, because I knew I liked a couple of their drink flavors. And if I go back to their liquid now versus when I did back then, because I don't know, I really don't want to down the company so bad, but when you
they have some good flavors.
It's horrible. It just gives you that nasty kick, you know.
I'm the same way. I think that Pink Spot has their heart in the right place, but they're awful. Yeah. And Bridgeless 901 atomizers, man. I remember you're going way fucking back in time. Timbers, what's going on, buddy? So Timbers is asking, can he be about Bridgeless 901 atomizers? So before there was like 510, there was 901. It's a different standard of, you know, it's so hard to like even imagine like going back that far. But there was atomizers that there was these, we call them testing atomizers back in the day, and it was just like a coil. It was like a cartomizer without the filling. So it was just a coil, and you would like drip. They call them dripping atomizers. You drip on it, and you would just vape off the coil. It was so fucking terrible. It was so terrible. And if I believe that was a 901 as well, on a USB pass-through. Yeah, man, fucking old school. And then Kenny B said something I really wanted to touch on. He said he got into mechs right away. I was the same way. My first I got the Ego Twist, and then I got the MVP because I really wanted to try dripping, get an RDA, right? And I knew I couldn't drip with the stupid Ego Twist, which actually you can. If you build a high enough coil, you can drip on them. Not great, but you can. So I got the MVP, it was 11 watts, building like 2 ohm coils, good experience. But then I got a clone. God, I can't remember the fucking name of it. Oh God, it was a clone mech mod. I got it from one of those companies and built a 0.5 coil and never looked back. I've been vaping those goddamn things ever since. So I'm all about the mech mods. DIY Down Under, what's going on, girl? Your wife popped in, Tyler. She wanted to say something.
She was just saying some of the first juice that we actually got was a gas station juice. You would buy the flavoring in this little tiny plastic tube, and then you'd buy the nicotine in a bottle.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much, you'd twist the cap off the nicotine, and you'd just drop these little flavorings inside the nicotine, and that shit was fucking horrible, dude.
That's crazy.
But we used that for a while, 24 milligram, and I think the flavor that we used was Red Bull energy drink flavored.
Oh,
Yeah.
those were easy to replicate.
And those Red Bulls, that was fucking super popular back in the day. You don't see that's so funny. I'd like to do a line of e-liquid. If the laws weren't so wacky, I would do crazy lines of e-liquid. Because I'd like to do a line of like those old school flavors that were really popular. Skittles was a really popular flavor. Red Bull was a really popular flavor. Monster e-liquid was a really popular flavor. Like all those flavors, like that was the gas station fucking go-to. Was all those. Vaping Swag, me and you are like clones of each other, brother, because my first rebuildable was also a Patriot clone. And I used to rock that goddamn thing all the time, man.
Did you drill out the holes too back then?
Yeah, actually the first one I got was a clone from China. And so they actually had the holes already fucking so bored out. It was like 3 millimeter holes. And so I thought that's how Patriots were stock. So I actually went later and bought a Patriot for $70. Okay.
Holy shit.
Back when RDAs, that was like a good price for it was on sale. And I bought a Patriot 1.2 and got it, and the fucking airflow holes were like tight butthole, dude. You could not get a good vape on that thing. And so I had to bore it out. Like I bought a special drill bit and shit because I didn't want to fuck it up. I still have it. It's a great RDA. Well, not really. It's a shitty RDA, but it's good sentimental memories for me. So I drilled it out, and then I also drilled out the post holes, man, because the post holes on that goddamn thing are as tight butthole as the goddamn airflow. In order to get a good experience on that, you had to take a drill to it. You really had to. But man, Patriot, old school, love it.
I didn't get into mech mods for a while. I used regulated mods for the longest time. My wife she didn't want me to get into mech mods. She was scared that I was going to do something, blow my face off. Eventually, I talked her into it, though.
It was so funny because when I first met Panda, she was using a regulated mod, a Vupu or something. She was happy with it, but I was always vaping on these, right?
Yeah.
And so she was like, "Well, I don't know enough, and I don't like want to get into it." I'm like, "Dude, you're gonna have such a better experience if you just get into mechs now." And so we talked about a safe one. At the time, the broadside was new. And so she got a clone of the broadside. It was a junk. And so I ended up sending her my authentic broadside, which she fell in love with, and which now we never use. We don't even, fucking broadsides never get any use here at my house anymore. So
I love my broadside.
It's a lot of maintenance with that thing, man, to make it function correctly all the time. So
I've actually got a stack section for this one.
It's
actually not a stack section. It's actually 2 mods. So I could put that one together right now and use it too.
If I had a stack, I would probably enjoy it a lot more, to be totally honest.
I've seen a quad stacked 26650 mod.
Now you're speaking my language, brother. I would rock that shit, man.
I saw that. I think Vape Summit 3. Yeah, someone was walking around Vape Summit 3. It had the little side button. And it was a mech mod, but they had a quad stack 26650. So the mod was like way down here, and he was hitting it.
Yeah.
It's like having to commit suicide with a shotgun and pulling the trigger with your toe.
Yeah, and he was taking like barely any, maybe pulsing it like 2 seconds, not even.
That's how I like to vape, to be totally honest. I like my fucking vapes to be less than a second. I want to fucking pulse it and have my lungs full of fucking juicy vapor as soon as I hit the fucking trigger, man.
Yeah.
Is that one of the reasons why you like to use 2.5 ID?
Definitely.
Oils?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Even lower, I actually wrap around a number 0 screwdriver, which I think is probably about 2.2 millimeter. And so I like it super small. And the whole reason is because 100% is because it's 0 ramp time.
Yep.
For me, using 3 millimeter is like, I can't even wrap my head around it.
I use 3 millimeter all the time.
I will shrink down. Man, I've had so many people over the years, all these great coil builders in my life, who get to know me and shit over time. And they will be like, I have a bunch of coils here that are already made. And they're 3 millimeter. And I'm like, well, I don't really like 3 millimeter. And they're like, well, I'll shrink them down for you. Like, take them and like unwrap them and fucking
unwrap them. Yeah.
You know what though? If it's all about the ohms. And so 3 millimeter, if it's 4 wraps and it's low ohm, no problem at all. And But most of the time, a lot of times coil builders, because and I totally understand it, they don't want to give people things that are dangerous. And so they're going to have their coils about 0.1. And, it's crazy because 3 years ago, 0.1 to me was beautiful. But now 0.1 to me is like, fuck, any day now, I want to vape. So it's just so funny. Kenny B and me are both broadside bashers. Yeah, they're not great. They're not great. I'm not into them. Good night, Ashley. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, man, I broadside was like the shit when it came out, and I was the first one to say, man, everybody should buy a broadside because they had a lot of safety stuff built into them.
Yeah, they are. They're one of the safest mech mods, I think. Definitely
are. And that having that interior sleeve is huge. But now a lot of mods do that. You got. I just traded for a. What the hell is it called? I traded my V3 rig, which I fucking hated, to
I got
is it aluminum?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The threads are so annoying.
Oh, fucking awful.
It hits okay.
If I had a stack section for it, I would like it, but I don't. So I traded it. I got a V-God for it, which was a step down, honestly. But I tell you what, that V-God hits 1,000 times better. And it has the internal sleeve, which is good.
Yeah.
Another mod which was really popular, and kind of sacrilege to even say it, which I don't use anymore, is the Dreamer.
Oh.
Dreamer was super popular.
How come you don't use it?
I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. It's not,
really?
Not into it. I loved it when I first got it. I'm just not into it anymore.
Is it copper?
It's copper, yeah. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't do it for me. It just does not do it for me.
Shit, buddy.
Yeah, we'll work something out for sure. I have no problem getting rid of it.
Nobody knows.
I'll talk to you. I'll hit you up in the DMs.
Do that.
Have you seen pictures of the new Kennedy Vindicator 21700?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that thing is so sexy looking.
Yes, I think that Kennedy makes really quality products to begin with, and they don't flood the market. And I think that anytime there's something, it's worth looking at for sure. And I think they're really good.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of people rolling around with Kennedy 2 mods.
No. And they're not actually, the new ones aren't even that expensive, to be totally honest. They're not.
Yeah, I think that new Vindicator is like $150.
Yeah.
Kennedy also.
Yep. Kennedy RDA is one of the first, in my opinion, really good RDAs. Kind of the prelude to the Goon, which in my opinion still is a really good RDA. I don't use it anymore, but it's a good RDA. And and G, I'm also with you on that. The broadside button is unsafe as fuck. Maria's auto fires constantly. Unless we clean it every 3 days, it's auto firing. So
that's weird. I've never had auto firing with my broadsides.
How long have you had it?
My first one was a clone. I've had that one for over a year now. This one's kind of the newer one. I haven't had it for maybe 4 or 5 months. And and I don't use it. I'm not puffing on it every day, all day. I got a cycle of mods I go through, so that's probably why.
Hopefully you never experience that. It's not everybody has these problems, but it is a common problem. So
yeah.
The mods that I'm really, really into lately, it's funny because I actually have 2 clones here on my desk. I'm not even into clones at all anymore, but I've been using this fucker. It's the Battle Master. It's a clone. Got it from 3F. It has a stack tube that comes off of it if you want.
Oh, yeah.
But I like it. I just like the aesthetics of it. And this thing is copper or brass or some shit. It hits hard as fuck. And then this Able, I've had this Able clone for 2 years. And
I almost got one of those instead of this broadside clone. Or stack.
This thing is such junk. It is, man. The button is junk. No, because I'm still using it. It still functions. It has not fallen apart. When I first got it, I thought it was going to last a month because the button feels really chintzy. It uses a spring. I was hoping for magnets. Uses a spring. But I tell you what, besides having to change the spring because I collapsed it because I ran too low of a build on it, besides that, this thing is really, really good. And I paid $20 for it. So,
how long have you had it for?
2 years.
Damn.
Love this thing. But my mod that I'm really in love with right now is this UD Gladiator, This thing is fucking amazing. Thank you so much. And then,
yeah, I'm glad it's actually getting used.
oh man, I'm gonna use the fuck out of it until it just falls apart on me. This V2 rig, in my opinion, probably the best thing they've ever put out. I have not tried the Descendant myself. I've heard really good things about it, but I'm all about this.
So then that one's not aluminum then, right?
This is copper. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a beefy bad boy right here. I like this a lot. And then this Trinity Glass hardware mod is really, really nice as well.
Yeah.
This thing
I watched a lot of reviews on that mech mod actually.
Yeah, this thing's a beast. It's a good price, but also $150, I think. It's a beast. I like this, but I'm really looking forward to. I'm working out a deal right now with Paul Hessian. I'm really, really into Panzer. That was the first mech mod I ever had. Was a Panzer. Thank you.
I gotta go. It's past the time that I promised. I had undivided attention. So.
All right, KBN man. We'll see you later, brother.
Later, brother.
Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Anytime, my dude.
All right. Yo. Good night, everybody.
Peace out. What was I gonna say? Working out a deal right now. Really, the comp life stuff. I can't afford comp life stuff, but I really love comp life stuff. And so, Paul Hessian has one he's gonna sell me. Really looking forward to it. I love
nice.
Comp. Oh my god.
I never owned a copper mech mod.
Really?
Nope.
Oh,
all mine. All of mine are brass.
Brass is also really good. Don't get me wrong. Love brass.
Yeah.
I have no problem with brass, but to me, I'm a copper guy. Okay, so I don't know if we have any coils. We can never get your coils through, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my email, man.
Well, you know what? We're gonna work that out, and then maybe next week we'll come on, and you come back on, and we'll do you as the featured builder for next week. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay. So for tonight, I think we're going to call it quits. We had a little rough start because we lost Paul, and I don't even know where the hell he's at now. Paul, if you're out there, we love you, brother. Thank you to KBN for hanging out, and thank you so much to ADV, Tyler Weaver, for hanging out with us. Nothing but love for you. And we're going to have you on. We'll have you back on next week. So
yeah, I'll be here.
All right. And thank you to everyone in chat. Really appreciate you guys coming to hang out. And until next time, peace out. We'll see you later.
Later.
Let me go ahead. I got to go. I always say goodbye, and then I actually have to go and stop the show. All right. Now, bye, everybody. Peace.